Meanwhile, United States now says that Modi hai to Mumkin hai. Yes, US Secretary of State himself made this statement saying Modi hai to Mumkin hai as Mike Pompeo prepares to arrive in India in just a few days' time. Now, citing the popular election slogan, Modi hai to Mumkin hai, US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo has sought to take the bilateral relationship with India to the next level and said that the Trump and Modi administrations have a unique opportunity to make it happen. We'll listen into what Mike Pompeo had to say on Prime Minister Modi, and we'll also tell you after that how United States has slammed Pakistan.
This is a deeply important relationship, and I know that these conversations that we will continue with the new government in India that has so much promise for its people, for our relationship, and for the world. I hope together we will finally fulfill the great promise of cooperation that was present at India's birth and which remains evident today. These are big ideas. It's what you all came here for, and they're big opportunities too. And I'm very much looking forward to my trip next week and meeting with Prime Minister Modi and my new counterpart, face to face. As Prime Minister Modi said in his latest campaign, he said, Modi high to Mumkin high. Modi makes it possible. I'm looking forward to exploring what's possible between our two peoples, and I'm looking forward to our conversation today. Right, just a few weeks ago, a truly historic election, 600 million Indians voted in the largest exercise of the franchise in history. And they gave Mr. Modi a huge mandate. Not since 1971 has an Indian Prime Minister been returned to office with a single-party majority. And, to borrow a phrase, he enjoyed an awful lot of winning. Many observers were surprised by the result. But frankly, I wasn't. I'd been watching it closely. My team at the State Department were watching closely. And we knew that the Prime Minister, a new kind of leader for the world's most populous democracy. He's the son of a tea seller who worked his way up to governing a state for 13 years and now leads one of the world's truly emerging powers. He's made economic development for the poorest Indians a priority. And indeed, millions who once went without light bulbs now have electricity, and millions who lacked cook stoves now have them. It's interesting. It's interesting that young Indians constituted one of the Prime Minister's largest voting blocs, one of his biggest groups of support in this most recent election. I think that tells you something. I think it tells you something that Indian voters think Prime Minister Modi can and will open up a new, more prosperous future for each of them.
Meanwhile, United States also said that under President Trump and Narendra Modi, the United States and India have an opportunity to increase their defense cooperation and take it to new heights and solidify their common vision for the Indo-Pacific region. Now, Pompeo also said that US under Donald Trump has taken a far tougher stand on Pakistan's unacceptable support for terrorism.
President Trump, we've taken our defense cooperation to new heights, solidified our common vision for the Indo-Pacific, and taken a far tougher stand on Pakistan's unacceptable support for terrorism in the region. But I want to talk about a couple other things I believe we can do together. We must embrace that strategic framework that works for both of our nations. We respect India as a truly sovereign, important country with its own unique politics and its own unique strategic challenges. We get it. We realize it's different to deal with the likes of China and Pakistan from across the ocean than it is when they are on your borders. That's why in this room, not so many months ago, I elaborated on President Trump's vision for a free and open Indo-Pacific.